In this video, we are going to elaborate a constant head permeameter cell in order to measure the saturated permeability of a lentil sample. Taking as a guidance the ASTM parameters described at the designation D243468. The materials we are going to use are 3 bottles with more or less the same cruise area along its length. In our case, we use a tennis ball pack and water bottles of 1 liter, approximately 2 meters of hose with a diameter of 4 millimeters, dish sponge, a scalpel, 1 probe of 290 milliliters, a meter, a gauge, and a lentil sample. The first step is to cut the tennis ball pack in order to guarantee the same cross area along its length, because this structure will act as our packet bed. With the help of the gauge, measure its internal diameter. The second step is to cut the sponge in a circle of the same diameter of the packet bed already measured. Additionally, the rough part of it needs to be removed, since according to the ASTM standard, this porous disc needs to have a permeability greater than the material, but no longer than 10% of its finer size. For the assembly of the cell, at first, to elaborate the fitted tank for the packet bed, 2 holes need to be made in a bottle of 1 liter, one at the top of it and another in the bottom. Make a mark in the top hole, since these will be our constant pressure measurements. And additionally, in each hole, put a piece of hose as long as it permits a non-tortuous flow of the fluid. The hose connected at the top part of the tank will be connected to another bottle of the same height, since the second tank will act as a sink. Finally, in order to make it easy the manual refill of the feeding tank, a funnel was used. This in order to guarantee a constant pressure along the practice. Before carrying out the experiment, be sure to measure the total height of the feed tank until the mark already established before. Finally, the assembly of the packet bed was done using the porous sponge at the bottom and top of the sample material. According to standard, it is recommended to fill the packet bed with approximately 50% of its volume.
After assembling the permeameter, the test is performed to determine the permeability of the lentils. For this, the height of the water of the container with the painted red line is kept constant. The tube is then placed in the vessel containing the lentils and the water is dropped, maintaining the height of the previous layer. When the first drop begins to fall on the probe, a time of 20 seconds is taken and the volume of water collected is observed. This procedure is carried out 5 times and the volume is averaged to make the respective calculation. After assembling the permeameter,